Hey, what's up, everyone? Matt DeFeedy with Realty Executives Elite Homes, and welcome to Living in Nutley. And today we're going to talk about the Nutley real estate market specifically. And today's date is February 3rd, I believe, and or February 2nd, one of those. Every month, at the end of the month, I like to give you guys a idea of what's going on in especially the town of Nutley when it comes to real estate. We're going to touch on the national scene a little bit, just talk about a couple of things. But one thing that's on everybody's mind right now is interest rates. And yesterday we saw that the Fed raised the interest rate at 25 basis points, 0.25. Now remember, that doesn't mean that mortgage rates are going to pop up 0.25%. It may translate to an increase in the mortgage rates, but average mortgage rates right now, and I wrote these notes down, so if you see me looking down, I'm just looking at my notes I took this morning. The average rate for a home right now is about 6.375 to 6.9, depending on what your credit and what your income situation is, okay? So the rates are in that range right now. Last couple of weeks, we saw rates come down a bit, and buyers started popping back into the market. That trend is still going on. I know in Nutley, the demand is still pretty high. There was a little bit of a lull in December and early January, but people are starting to come back. Even with the higher rate, they realize that they could still get a home and be a homeowner, and it's probably still cheaper for them to do that than rent right now, because we all know how expensive rents are in Nutley especially, all right? Currently in Nutley, we have about 23 homes on the market. That's right now. When I checked the absorption rate, we were about a month and a half supply of homes on the market, and a normal absorption rate is around 5-6 months. So it's still a seller slanted kind of market right now. And, there's not a lot of homes on the market. It's going back to that pure supply and demand that you hear me talk about every once in a while. So the median price home in Nutley right now is about $511,000. Down a little bit from the previous month. Because remember, these are lagging indicators. These are lagging numbers that we're talking about every month. So these are January numbers, really, and they kind of forecast what's going to happen moving forward. So the median price home is about $511,000. Days on market has come down a little bit. Last month it was 70. Days on market were 70 days. And that's because of the holiday. And of course, that time of year, that feeds into it. We are in a seasonal type of business, but we see the numbers fluctuate in different seasons. Days on market right now is 56 days on market. So that's what we're dealing with days on market. On a national scene, you are seeing areas where home prices are coming down. And that's to be expected because home prices shot up during the lockdowns and COVID and everything else. We're talking about our little area right here where homes are pretty much still in demand. Consumer confidence fell in January a little bit. That's to be expected. It happens every year, basically. But the one good bright spot are the job numbers. It exceeded expectations with 11 million jobs that are available and are out there. And that's going to feed into our market as well. It's going to feed into our local real estate market. If people aren't working and don't have the money, they can't buy a home. So right now, we're still a slanted seller's market. But sellers realize that they need to give a little bit when it comes to negotiating. Maybe the days of buying a home with X amount of dollars over ask are kind of far and few in between. But if you have a good home and it's in great shape and you price it at that retail price at a good number, odds are you're going to have an offer within the first 2 weeks that it hits the market. So that's where we are right now. And that's Living in Nutley. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me, Matt DeFeedy, Realty Executives Elite Homes, and have a great weekend.